Oh, hey, you're probably wondering what this is. Well, it's a cookie butter sweet roll. More than anything, you're probably wondering, how the hell did I make it? Well, it all started last night. Let's go back. What up though? I'm Bree, and this is Baked After Dark. As you can see, I am in my pajamas, my Nightmare Before Christmas onesie, courtesy of my sister Phoebe. And I am also in my Nightmare Before Christmas Minnie Mouse ears, because why not? And also marijuana. I don't know where you're watching from tonight, but here in Michigan, fall has fallen. The night temperatures are starting to get low into the 60s, and the daytime temperatures, this is the part of the year I like to call temperature roulette, where you kind of don't know what you're gonna get, but nevertheless. So tonight's recipe, I'm gonna ease y'all into fall. Tonight, what I want is a cookie butter sweet roll, and I don't want it for tonight. It's actually about 3:30 in the morning right now. I'm actually making this as a treat to myself so that I can have it with my coffee while I journal. Sometimes, even as an adult, I have to trick myself with the reward system and give myself something to look forward to keep me consistent, like with journaling. It seems like when I need to journal the most is when I don't have the time. So in order to make time, I give myself a reward. It's hard staying consistent, especially with things like journaling, especially when life gets hectic and start lifing, but that's actually when we need to be doing that shit the most, so. As you can see, my bench also has no stand mixer on it. We're gonna be making these sweet rolls by hand. Now, I am gonna pull the stand mixer out when it's time for us to make frosting. If you don't have a stand mixer, that's completely fine. You'll just use your hand mixer and do the same thing. Now, this is a very large bowl. How large is it, Brie? I don't fucking know, but it's big as fuck. Got it from Marshall's, love it. It's my cinnamon roll bowl because I can get in there and really knead the dough before I have to turn it on into my surface. But you don't have to have a bowl this big. A regular large size bowl will work just fine. So while our milk is heating up, we're gonna start by adding 4 cups of all-purpose flour to our empty bowl. We might need about a half cup more, but it's, in my opinion, it's better to start with less flour and add as you need it than to have too much flour. If you have too much flour in your dough, your cinnamon rolls are gonna be dry. We don't want that. To that, we're gonna add a half a cup of white granulated sugar. To this mixture, we're gonna add a tablespoon of instant yeast. Now, because we are using instant yeast and not active dry yeast, we can add it straight into the dry ingredient. If you have active dry yeast instead of instant yeast, you need to bloom your yeast first. So instead of getting your milk up to 110 to 115 degrees Fahrenheit, you only go up to about 105 degrees. It shouldn't burn you, it shouldn't be scalding, and you want to add a tablespoon of sugar to the milk and then add your tablespoon of yeast and let it sit until it foams. It'll take 5 to 7 minutes, and then you'll continue on with the recipe like the rest of us. For those of you using instant yeast like me, we're just putting it right into the dry ingredients. To this, we're also gonna add 1 teaspoon of sea salt, leveled. So if these were cinnamon rolls, right now we would add a teaspoon of cinnamon to this mixture. Because we're not making cinnamon rolls and we are making sweet rolls, I'm gonna do a half a teaspoon of vanilla bean powder. Now, if you don't have vanilla bean powder, don't worry. You can use 1 vanilla bean, or you can use 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Make sure it's extract and not flavor. And you know, I know some of y'all are like, Bree, we just got out of summer. Like, why are you doing fall baking already? Because I look forward all year to fall baking. It's the best flavors. It's all the cinnamons, all the nutmeg, all the caramel, all the apple, all the pumpkin. Yes, all the pumpkin. I'm a pumpkin person, and I won't apologize for it because it's delicious. Most of y'all that love to say that y'all don't like pumpkin spice are liars, because pumpkin spice is literally nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger, allspice. And guess where that is? A lot of people, minus the allspice, use those in yams. Y'all do like pumpkin spice. It's the same shit y'all put in sweet potato pie. And most of the shit that's pumpkin spice don't even really be having pumpkin in it for real. So y'all are on this fake ass crusade against pumpkin spice, and goddamn it, I'm sick of it. I've had enough. You do like pumpkin spice, you're just being ignorant. That was aggressive, and I'm sorry. All right, give that a quick whisk. Shout out to Kiki. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Sugar. That's why we use the written. We got our hot milk, and I'm gonna just slowly add it. That wasn't slow. This is 2 large eggs. Add them too. As we start to work the dough in and get it into one big cohesive ball. You can see I'm wearing one glove, but once I get everything well incorporated, I'm gonna take the glove off because I do need to feel like how the dough feels to see like if I'm gonna need more flour, like that other half cup that we could use. Right now the dough feels real sticky. That's okay. This is 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, melted and cooled. So cinnamon rolls are what's called enriched dough. What the fuck does that mean? I'm gonna tell you. So white bread, right, like Italian bread, it is made with water. But you see, we used eggs, we used milk, we used butter. So this enriched dough means it's full of fat, and that is what gives it its pillowy soft texture. Half cup of all-purpose flour. And now we're gonna knead by hand until we get some elasticity built into this dough. Kneading the dough is what forms the gluten chains. That's what makes our dough sturdy and structured and soft. It's the same reason we actually don't want to overmix our cake. We're gonna keep kneading the dough by turning it and pressing it away from us with the heel of our hand. And I'm also working a little bit of the surface flour in because my dough is still kind of sticky. And it shouldn't be. And I'm just gonna knead this dough, turning with the heel of my hand for about 5 to 7 minutes. Or until when I press it, it bounces back quickly. It ain't there yet. Now, if we were using our stand mixer, the stand mixer would just be gone. But tonight, we baking through some shit. I got shit on my mind. Maybe when you make these in the morning for the kids, you gonna have shit on your mind, like, you know, who gonna pick them up from latchkey, or maybe your boss is an asshole. And you gotta figure out how you gonna not even thrive in your workplace, but fucking survive in that motherfucker. Cause maybe you don't have no alternate options, you know? And that's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. Everybody can't be an entrepreneur. It's not for everybody. Everybody can't be a boss, a leader. If everybody was a leader, we wouldn't have any followers, you feel me? Maybe you just want to postulate on some reality TV shit. I rewatched Flavor of Love season 3 last night. Well, over the holiday weekend, and you know,
Flavor.
I still feel like season 2 was the best season. But yeah, and like low key, if they had a season 4 of Flavor of Love, I would watch it. I really would. I don't know what Flav is up to these days, but that's what he needs to be up to. Season 4. Who do we need to write? Our dough is ready now. It's smooth, it's elastic, and when I press my finger into it, the indentation pops right back out. So that means our gluten chains are formed. It's time to let our dough rest and rise until it's doubled in size. That's gonna take us about an hour. Hopefully I don't fall asleep by then, but if I do, we'll be all right. We're back. It's been an hour. Our dough has risen and it's doubled in size. Now it's time for us to burp our dough and get our rolls going. If you don't have a rolling pin, you can go ahead and use a wine bottle. If you don't have a wine bottle, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Go buy a rolling pin. I'm gonna kind of stretch our dough like a square before I get it rolling. Now, the longer we have it lengthwise, the more that we roll our dough out lengthwise, the more rolls we'll have. If we roll vertically from us, then the more swirls that our roll will have. All right, now that our dough is rolled out, this is I don't know, probably 12 by 16 square. I don't know. Y'all don't care, y'all don't math anyway. So if we were making cinnamon rolls, we would slather this with a stick of softened butter, and then we would add our cinnamon sugar mix on top of that. Because we're making cookie butter rolls, instead of doing butter, cinnamon, sugar, I'm just gonna do cookie butter. Because why not? And not too thick. It's about half of our 25-ounce jar. And you notice I left this outer edge naked, and that's because that's going to be where our dough adheres to itself for our rolls. So to start rolling, I'm literally going to start at the edge closest to me and roll away. And then I'm going to tuck and roll, pulling a little while I do. And we just want to make sure so now we all roll. We ain't doing all that shit tonight. So now I'm gonna cut our rolls to be about an inch thick with a sharp knife. You can use floss. I'm gonna use a knife. And these are our rolls full of cookie butter. And we're gonna just put them in the pan. Touching is completely fine. So these are our cookie butter rolls so far. Now they have their second rise to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover these in plastic wrap and let them rise for another 30 minutes before we bake them off in our preheated oven. We're back and our rolls have expanded in size. Now I'm about to put them in our preheated oven. It's preheated at 350 degrees. And I'm gonna bake these off for about 20 minutes until they're golden brown and cooked all the way through. I'm gonna begrudgingly use my KitchenAid mixer skipper because I'm making a small batch of cream cheese frosting and that big mixer just ain't gonna do it. To this 1 stick of butter, I'm gonna add 2 cups of powdered sugar, but I'm gonna sift it first. Just add this to our stand mixer. Put on our whisk attachment, and we're gonna get this going slow at first so that our powdered sugar doesn't kick back up at us. To this, we're gonna add a half a teaspoon of salt to cut some of that sweetness. Once our butter and powdered sugar are well incorporated, we're gonna go ahead and turn up our mixer. At this point, that your frosting is quite thick, and if you taste it right now, it's gonna be way too sweet. We're gonna further cut this sweetness by adding 8 ounces of cream cheese. Y'all, this is my cream cheese frosting. It's literally the best. And while that's going, I'm gonna add a tablespoon of vanilla extract. It's time to stop and scrape. But right now, our frosting is exactly where we need it to be. Let's keep going. These are our rolls fresh out the oven. They're beautiful. They smell amazing. This is how Cinnabon does it. Ask me how I know. No, I never worked for Cinnabon. They fucked up by letting me stand in that window and watch them for too long. I know y'all see. And if you ever tasted my classic cinnamon rolls, you know I'm telling the truth. I know they see. Y'all, look how beautiful this is. Get into her. Now, if you're a fancy bitch like me, you're gonna put a little gold leaf on here, or this is fancy enough. But now I got something to look forward to when I do my journaling. And look how soft and fluffy that bread is. We didn't have to bake it in heavy whipping cream and all that jazz. Like, if you got a good recipe, you don't have to do all that extra shit. I swear, they put a little bit of crack in that cookie butter. Oh, that shit's so good. Look at that. Like, can y'all see? It's so fluffy. It's so buttery. The melted cream cheese frosting hitting up against that cookie butter. 10 out of 10. I want to show you the rest of these for my journal. Oh, that's our show, y'all. I'm about to wrap this up so that I can actually have some to journal with in the morning, because that was the whole goal. I hope y'all make this. See how quick and easy it was? All you need is a little bit of time and a little bit of patience. The recipe itself, super easy. Make sure y'all follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Official Baked After Dark. Make sure you also listen to the podcast component every other Tuesday on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, where I read your questions, confessions, and whatever else y'all throw in the inbox. If you got a baking question, some mess, or you just want to get some shit off your chest, go to bakedwithbrie.com/askbrie and submit your question in the inbox. I might read it on the podcast. Make sure you share this video, like, follow, and subscribe. Don't just keep me to yourself. Make sure you tell your mama. I'm Brie, and I'll see y'all next week for another dope recipe and who knows what else. Y'all stay sweet. Bye, y'all.